Hi there, how are you? Ray Sean, Fair and Honest Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the RG351P. So basically, I love video games and I used to buy all the systems when I was younger. I used to have two or three systems at a time, like the Sega Cd, the Sega Genesis, Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the 3DO before it went away. I was sad. I loved that system. Atari, you name it. I had them all. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. And so after a while, I just I guess I grew out of it, but I miss playing all of my retro games. So I had to figure out how can I play all these retro games, and emulators came along. Emulators came a really long way, and it's really grown to be something special, and it's going to keep advancing and getting better and better. But I had to decide what system am I going to get. I was going to originally go with an Android box, and I'm still gonna go with an Android setup so I can play on the big screen because unfortunately this model that I got, they did away with the HDMI, so I cannot play it on the big screen, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But I had to decide, okay, is there any American companies that's making handhelds for retros? And I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any handheld one. So I had to unfortunately look into who's cornered that market. I don't know why American companies haven't tried to reach this market because there's a vast amount of people out there like myself who love to play retro games. And so fortunately I had to turn to China, and China produces a lot of junk, let's be honest, a lot of junk. So took me many hours to figure out what system could I get from China that's going to be a decent and good system. So upon reviews, and I found the RG351P to be great for 2020. We're in 2021, of course, now. And I looked at hours and hours and hours of reviews, and we're going to I already unboxed it already, so I'm just going to show you what I have and play some games, and hopefully you can make a decision if you think it's worth it or not. So I'm just gonna switch up camera angles here. If I could do this right now, let's see. Here we go. And this is the version that I went with. So I went with the one that comes with a bag. This bag, I don't know if you can hear that, it's very solid. And so if I'm going to be playing on the go, I don't want to drop the unit when I'm not using it, for instance. So I got the bag. This was $98 for this one. It was more before, but the reason they dropped the price is because they had a built-in Wi-Fi before, but unfortunately, it was making a lot of speaker noise. So they did away with it. So what it comes with basically is a dongle instead. So you can have Wi-Fi capabilities. What is the Wi-Fi capabilities for? Well, if you want to, save your achievements of the retro games, which is pretty cool, it breathes new life to it. You can do that. And I don't know much about the technical aspects of this, but I will leave a link to a channel that I subscribe to. He's very knowledgeable. It didn't come with this Arcos operating system, by the way. It came with the RG351P, but I didn't like it really. Not that I didn't like it, but I updated it, and when I updated it, it was a mess. So let's see if this thing will stay in focus. I don't know, but come on, focus. Here we go. Now you see the 3DO in there. You got the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega CD. All these didn't come, by the way. These were my own. So I won't put any links to ROMs. You'll have to look that up on a search engine. You got Dreamcast, PlayStation, PSP. So we're not going to test all of them, but we'll just test it out so you can get an idea, rough idea of how this plays. Let me try to position the camera so you can get a better view here. This looks a little better. Okay, so let's start off with, let's turn the volume up. You can see, I don't know if you could see that, but right here, it shows it's online. So let's see what we got here. Let's start off with something from Dreamcast. It's a very demanding system. Let's play a little Soul Calibur. The speakers, I don't know if this just adjusted, but they sound great. Before with the system it came with on this screen, you couldn't see any of it. So I really like this better than what it came with. And this is an actual operating system. It's not a firmware like what it came with. So I find it to be more stable. I tell the music slows down a little bit, but it plays great. And it's so easy to get out of it. Like the other system it came with, it was very difficult, but this is easy. So that kind of plays a little, it's plays smoothly, but you could hear the sound was a little choppy, a little bit choppy. Let's see one more from what do we want here? I have so many. Let's see, what should we try? Something that's demanding, or like, let's try this one here. Let's try, where we go. Oh, I lost it. I was look, here we go. Shamnu. This one's a very difficult game to emulate, so let's see the chipset can handle this one. skip through this.
He shall appear from a far eastern land across the sea. A young man who has yet to know his potential.
You could tell it's slowing down a little bit.
His potential is a power that could either destroy him or realize his will. His courage shall determine his fate.
And one more. Let's try a racing game. Sega Rally 2. Let's see. I've never played this one on here yet, so let's see how this runs. Sorry that this camera is not focusing as well as I wanted to. But it looks a lot better than it looks on here, believe me. Okay. I think we got a freezer here. It's frozen, I think. Not doing anything. Can't be loading this long. Start, nothing. So you can see with the Dreamcast, not everything is gonna work. Not everything's gonna work smoothly at all. So let's try one more. Oops. Let's try Comcast versus SNK. This is obviously the Chinese version of Japanese. I can't read this. But with fighting games, I don't really need to read. Fighting games are easy. You can say it plays a lot smoother. Okay, let's get out of Dreamcast. And let's go with something else. How about PlayStation? Let's see how that. Well, that's not really that demanding. I'm trying to go with all the demanding ones. Let's go with PSP. That's a little bit more demanding. Let's see Assassin's Creed. Let's see how this plays. With the PSP, it actually shows the frame per second in the top right corner. I don't know if you can see that, but for this right now, it's saying, well, it jumped to 60 frames right now. It was at 30, now it's at 60 frames per second. 61 frames. Let's try to bypass this. Do I want to save any of this? Let's just get through this. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this, baby. Do this. Looks great. No, I don't want the tutorial. I just want to play. Let me play. Right now it's at 30 frames. Went back to 30 frames. Gameplay is dropped very low. You could see here too. Well, now it's at 30. What's at 21? So I'm playing at 30 frames per second here. So it's playable. Definitely playable. It is playable. Let's see, what else do we have here? Dragon Ball Z. Let's try this one. Let's try Dragon Ball Z. At 60 frames per second here. And this isn't, it's so blurry here, it's not doing it justice. But this looks amazing. It's really not doing it justice, this screen. Still at 60 frames, 61 frames. Doesn't have any slowdown in the music either. So I was playing already. You can see my, I don't know, it's kind of blurry. Anyway, this is running at 60 frames per second, people. It's not slowing down. Well, actually 61. I'm just going through it fast so you could get the feel of this. But if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, this playing amazing. This is playing at 60 frames per second. This is actual gameplay, 60 frames per second. No other games has done this on here without optimizing it. It plays amazing. It plays absolutely flawlessly. There's nothing. Fight Night is another story. It's horrible. So I know because I've been testing some of these, but you just gotta pick and choose the games that you can play. But definitely, let's see. I'm a Tekken fan. Let's see how Tekken Dark Resurrection plays. Okay. This is at 30 frames. Let's get to some gameplay. Not about 30 frames here. Now it's at 58 frames, 60 frames. So it's definitely playable. You can hear the music slowing down a little bit there. So definitely playable with a little minimum slowdown. Tekken 6 won't even play at all because I guess it's saying that it's overclocked and it needs to be at regular speed, so that doesn't play. I didn't even overclock it, so I have no idea why I can't play that. UFC, as you can tell, I love fighting games. That's why there's so many fighting games here. I'm a fighting game fanatic, and so that's why there's a lot of fighting games here. But we'll test out some other ones besides fighting games. There's plenty of other games here. Come on.
So, you want to be a fighter? It's not just how hard you hit or how fast you can move. It's about getting up early, training harder, and pushing yourself more than the other.
This is right now it's running at 30 frames per second here. Oh, it sounds like it slowed down a little bit there, a little choppy. Now it's at 20 frames per second. This isn't going to be playable. Doesn't look like it. It's, it's, it says running slow. It tells you run slowly. Try frame skip. I don't even know how you do all that yet. Still new. Only had this like 3 weeks or so. Yeah, this is not going to be playable. I mean, it is somewhat playable, but at 20 frames per second. So it's I wouldn't. That's one I would mark as okay. It's somewhat playable. Somewhat playable. How about a wrestling game? Let's see how this one plays. Right now it's at 60 frames per second. It looks beautiful. I can't stress how much this isn't doing it justice because it's so blurry, but it's looks beautiful running at 60 frames per second. I mean, look how beautiful that looks. Jake the Snake versus John Cena. Let's go with Raw. Still at 60 frames per second. So that's pretty damn amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And what we got? Invalid memory access, game ID. So I'm not gonna be able to play this one. So I'm gonna have to see why that is. Anyway, let's how about Spiderman 3? This isn't a fighting game. Let's see what this one does. This is at, wow, 0 frames per second. That's not good. All right, now it jumps to 20 frames per second. No, not, sounds like this isn't gonna be playable. 9 frames per second. Yeah, this isn't looking good, folks. I don't think this is gonna be playable. If I could even make it, let's make it past this. All right, now it jumped to 60 frames per second. Let's give it a chance. Let's see what's going on. That was wild. Still at 60 frames per second. Oh, now it jumped to 4 frames, 12 frames, 3 frames. Now it's back to 60. I guess doing loading, it drops the frames. Yeah, see, when it's loading, it drops way down the frames per second. There's no data, I know. So let's keep it going. Let's come on. I know there's no data. I haven't played this before. Yeah, so it's running fine right now, 60 frames per second. It runs fine doing the game, but doing loading, it somehow slows down. And I know it's hard to see it because you just see me, but all right, it's a little slow down here. Yeah, it's running slow. This isn't gonna be playable. Yeah, 14 frames. Yeah, this isn't gonna be playable. So, yeah, not gonna be playable. Okay, what else we got? Anything? Okay, so let's try a different system. Let's try what else is demanding? The 64 is demanding. Oh, well, 3DO. It's not even worth playing. It's bad. I mean, I love the 3DO, and that's why. But let's try this Gex. I don't think it shows the frames per second. It's only the PSP that was showing me that. But you can see nothing's happening. You just see me here. It's just blank. Let's give it a few more seconds. Oh, here we go. Let's bring back memory when I have my system. Okay, sounds very choppy. Yeah, that's not gonna play at all. Forget it. That's horrible. This isn't the most powerful chipset, so that's why certain systems like you saw there, the Dreamcast, some of the games were playable. This 3DO, no games are playable so far from what I saw. Nintendo, I'm not going to go through the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo because those play fine. Nintendo 64, it's also ups and downs depending on what you want to play. Like Killer Instincts, forget it. Let's try a driving game. What do we have here? Let's try this one. Oops, I went out. Let's try this one, Wave Race 64. I haven't tried this one yet. Let's see if it works. It says core reamped, I guess. I could already hear some skipping of the music. I'm not too confident here.
Select your photograph. Dolphin Park.
Well, it's actually not playing bad. Oh, well, this one is definitely playable. Well, this is playing nice, actually. Oopsie. All right, so that one's playing really nice. That one's playing nice. Let's see. Let's try one more. One more from Nintendo 64. Let's see what else we got. Uh, Cruising. That's another. I don't have much. Oh, Super Mario 64. Everyone likes Super Mario. Let's see how this one plays. It's me, Mario. It won't let me skip this. This is obviously at 60 frames. It just looks beautiful. So far, no slowdown at all. All right, let's see. Playing beautifully right now. Alright, so that's playing pretty good. Let's go to one that I know doesn't play good, just so you could know that not everything's gonna play well. Well, let's try NBA Jam. I haven't tried this one. But I was gonna go to Killer Instinct Gold. I know that plays like that just plays horribly. Let's see. And as you can tell, that one won't even load, so it won't even load the NBA Jam 2000. Legend of Zelda. Everyone likes Zelda. Let's see if this one plays. So far, it's loading up. A little slow down. Gotta put a name in there. It doesn't let me play with the. It only lets me play with the analog stick when I tried. Even slow down putting my name in. What is this? Okay. Alright, let's come on. Give me some gameplay already. Give me some gameplay. Come on. Let me skip. Let me skip this. Come on. So it does slow down some, but it is playable. So if you're into Zelda, it's definitely playable. Okay, let's try another system. Let's try Sega Cd. What do we have in Sega Cd? Not much, not much. Let's see. How about Final Fight CD? Let's see if this plays. So Sega CD loads up. Sega. Sega. Come on, come on. This brings back memories. I used to have a Sega CD as well. I remember every lunchtime, my friend and I, we'd go home to my, or go to my place and play. That's definitely we were fanatics. Gotta get familiar. Okay, this doesn't seem to be that playable. It's kind of okay. Punching is kind of delayed. I would get frustrated trying to play this. So I'm gonna say a no go for that one. That's a no go. Definitely a no go. Sonic CD. Let's try that one. Oopsie. Cigar. Cigar. My hands are getting tired. We'll do a few more system and then that's it. It's definitely playable. Okay, it's playable. It's playable. What else do we have? Sega Saturn, forget it. It won't. It's this chipset is not. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. It's not. It's not worth even trying to play anything on here. Dragon Force. Let's see if it even loads. It's really bad. See, it won't even load. In fact, none of these are gonna load because this chipset just can't handle anything from Sega Saturn. So if you had a Saturn like I did, you're gonna be disappointed. Nothing is gonna load here. So let's not even try anymore. It's not gonna load. The Dreamcast, we're not gonna do the PlayStation. We know that's gonna work good. How about this arcade? Let's see. Let's see what's in the arcade. Let's see if anything works here. I'm not gonna try it. And what's this? Aquajet? I don't know what it is. Let's try Miss Pac-Man. No, that's too. That should play fine. Well, it should play fine, but what if it doesn't? Let's see. What if it doesn't play fine? Let's see. Okay, does it not let me skip this? Does it not let me skip this? Come on, please let me skip. Damn it. Oh, I know what. With the arcade, see right there, I have 0 credits. That's why it's not letting me do anything. So I gotta hit select to get a credit. Now, see now it'll let me play. I have plays flawlessly. I wouldn't expect it not to play flawlessly. All right, so it plays flawlessly. But let's see, find something here in the arcade. It's a little bit more demanding that will not play flawlessly. Did we try Tekken? I don't think we tried Tekken. Let's try. No, we did do a Tekken. No more fighting games. Let's see what else we got. How about Virtual Cop? I doubt he's gonna play. I doubt he's gonna play. Oops, I doubt he's gonna play, but let's see. Yeah, it does not. I was right. Not even it will hop right out. So obviously Virtual Cop 2 won't play either. Am I right? Okay, so that's something else. So Virtual Cop didn't play, but Virtual Cop 2 is? Well, that's odd. And by the sound, it doesn't sound like it's gonna play good. Let's just, here we go. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's gonna play good. I could tell already. Yeah, that's not gonna play. It's not gonna play. Virtual Fighter. Let's try a tennis game. Virtual Striker. Let's see if this plays. I said tennis. I meant soccer. Are we loading? Okay. Sound initialize, it says. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let me get some credits. Come on. Put in the credit, but it's not doing anything. I think it's very slow to react, so slow to react, so it's safe to say this isn't going to be playable. Let's just get out of there. And I think it froze it. Yep, it's frozen. It's not, it won't let me get out of it. It will not let me get out of it. So, anyway, you get the gist of the system here, where it's still not doing anything. Give it another couple seconds. Okay, so overall, it's a great system overall. Very, very playable. From anything from the older stuff will play great. You know, the Nintendos, your Super Nintendos, your Genesis, Sega CD was playing great. Dreamcast is some games play great, others do not. 3DO, forget about it, it's not happening. Sega, even worse, wouldn't even load. PSP, some games are playable, and the reason is the chipset is just not strong enough. So, if you want to play anything from PlayStation and lower, you're all set. But anything beyond that, like Dreamcast is, I would say maybe 25% games playable. 3DO, no. Sega Saturn, no. Definitely PlayStation 2, no. PSP 2, no. So anything from PlayStation, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64 is up and down as well, and they'll play fine. Now, if you don't mind the ugly dongle that you gotta stick in there to play, like, you know, if you want your retro scores to be up there, and you want to, as far as the Arcos goes, oh, let me show you this. Where is this? So, where did I put it? I thought I had it here. Oh, here we go, Arcos. So, this is the Arcos and this is where you want to go. I'll put a link to this page, but it tells you everything you need to know about Arcos as far as updates and everything. Then they have a wiki page here. I suggest you click on the wiki page because it will tell you a lot. Ease of use. So the overarching goals basically is ease of use. Ease of use is very true. Performance is great, and online updates, which is very good. You don't have to pop your card out. So that's a very, very good thing in that regards. And let me show, let's see if I could let's see, where is this? Let's see. And I just want to show you here. If you go to on Ambernick's website, you could buy it straight from Ambernick. But if you want to help out the channel, you can buy it from my affiliate link below. But this is Arcos, Ambernick official website here. And if you really care about the Wi-Fi and the build, see the art, where is it? I'm looking for it. The RG350 was great because it had HDMI and it had Wi-Fi. But now, trying to find it where I don't see it. I already go to products, new arrivals. Here we go. This one, the 351M, it's 134, so it's a lot more. But what you get is a built-in Wi-Fi. So if all you really want is a Wi-Fi built-in and you don't want the dongle and you want the premium metal feel, but that's all that's really different. It plays the same. It plays the same as the version that I have, which is the RG351P. So, like I said, if you want to support the channel, it'd be great if you could get it from the affiliate link below. And if you have any technical questions about it, there'll be a link below on someone who's very good at that. I've subscribed to his channel, and you can check him out. And that's about all I have. Share and subscribe. Based on their review.